Guys, this is my most chaotic 2025 pond. Watch till the end. The construction conditions for the fish pond are actually pretty good today. There are no power lines in the sky. No ground on earth we cannot excavate. Whatever the client orders, we get it done. If it's in the way, clear it out. I can handle this exactly how I want. Why do levees have a trench running through the middle? I bet almost nobody actually knows the answer. Today's job, a pond full of muck. Gotta fling it all outside the levee. This levee is exceptionally wide, so today, we gotta stand right on the dam and fling this liquid muck out. First, let's clear out all the weeds and bushes off the dam. Tested it twice more with the bucket. Come on, this is way too shallow. There's barely any muck at all. I told the owner, for a fish pond of this size, I'll have it all cleaned up for you in a day and a half. No sooner said than done. And the first round was already finished. Gotta fix up the path before driving the excavator down. First, your own way down. Dig up the entire top layer of soft mud. Then scoop up some drier soil from the side to fill it in. Just flatten the slope a bit. And snap some views too. During the process of constructing this road, it will repeatedly go up and down. If it's too steep, that effectively makes the job harder for yourself. When I bring the excavator down to dig the first layer of soft mud, I already felt something was off. Why is the mushy mud so deep? I just bragged to the client that I'd fix it for him in a day and a half. Wait, it's only been a few minutes and I'm already getting slapped in the face. Although there's plenty of space and a long area to dump the soft mud. But the soft mud inside is just way too deep. I've been digging for quite a while now. And I still feel like I haven't hit the hard ground. It's bottomless, I dare not go down. So I quickly climbed the excavator up to spin around first. Then drive back down to keep turning the mud over. Look here, guys. I'm already on my second round now. But the excavator is still standing in the exact same spot. It's just too deep ahead, I really dare not go down. Digging down to this point, I've only managed to clear out the watery mud. I feel like I still haven't dug down to the solid ground below. But judging by experience, the excavator should have no problem driving on this layer. Turning such deep, watery mud, guys. Always secure an escape route. While digging forward, you must ensure that the area behind you is kept relatively clear, without any obstacles. This will greatly reduce the chance of getting stuck. My dear old buddy, I really bragged way too hard today. It's been over for hours and I've only dug this little bit. There's no way I can finish this in a day and a half. My friends, just take a look at this road. The ground was still quite hard when I first came down. But now it has completely turned into this. Anyway, every time I go up and down, it will crush another layer off the surface. And we absolutely have to cut off this layer that got crushed. If we don't clear it, it will turn into thick mud. And the machine will sink. What's worse is this kind of soil. Even if we clear it away every time, getting back up will still be a huge struggle. It's a no-brainer. The end result is, the fish pond won't even be finished digging. And the road just keeps getting lower. And eventually, you can't get up. So, after 4.5 hours of digging, I'm not gonna lie. Cards on the table, one excavator won't cut it anymore. After negotiating with the owner, I asked Monkey to send backup. I honestly never expected this. I can't believe this fish pond is actually this deep. I called in reinforcements. Obviously, moving the mud got way faster. Look at me spinning this mud around, busy as a bee. I literally got stuck and didn't even notice it. But hey, No need to panic, my friends. With backup right here, I am not panicking at all. Actually, I knew it too. I never even dug down to solid ground under me. Just relying on a little bit of experience. To judge that this mud, although not solid ground, but the excavator could still move on it just fine. Even if it got stuck, it wouldn't be too serious. Honestly, with two excavators working together, definitely easier than one excavator. Saves a lot of time. The place the owner picked for dumping the mud today is pretty solid too. One sentence, dump it however you want. At this moment, most of the soft mud had already been cleared out. Don't dig too close to the foot of the hill inside. A little softer from the triangle. Shape it into a slope. Then use the bucket to shake it back. Just think of it as being exactly like a girl putting on makeup. Make it look prettier. Smooth it out a bit. A lot of you guys will probably say I'm dragging it out again. I just want to say, I do whatever the boss asks me to do. The pond was almost finished already. But then the owner's neighbor lady, they rushed right over to me and said, he's worried about this steep drop right in front of his yard. After clearing the soft mud and filling it with water later, it might wash away the high embankment in front. So now, another task has been added. Guys, look at this little mouse. I bet it's totally confused. I can't do anything about it either. It wasn't on purpose. Friendly reminder, guys. Watch the excavator from a safe soft spot. That's safer this way. The owner's neighbor lady paid out of her own pocket to have me fix the front embankment. Widen and reinforce it. At first, I planned to use mud from inside the pond to fill it, seeing that the pond's getting deeper. He's afraid that high ledge in front will get even higher. So I had a sudden idea. I suddenly came up with this idea. The owner's embankment is very wide anyway. So first, I dug a trench right down the middle. I dug out the dry soil and used it to fill in front of the house. Then I used soft mud from the pond to fill the trench. Once it's filled, just level it off and it's done. Give the dry soil to the reinforcements. All set. I can't just sit around either. After leveling the embankment surface, then I drove the excavator down. Because the embankment is very wide, so the inner slope of the dam doesn't need much work. All it takes is a quick pat down and a smooth finish. Just scoop up some wet mud to fill in those steep spots. And give the whole slope a gentler angle. It just shouldn't be too steep. Guys, actually using soft mud to shape this slope is still somewhat difficult. When you smooth it down, don't press too hard or too light. Sigh, it's a long story and hard to explain. To prevent the front embankment, first, dig all the way down until you hit solid ground. Then level out the solid base and widen it. Then I grabbed some dry soil and brought it over. Compact it layer by layer, pack it layer by layer, until the final leveling layer. Because when filling the bottom, it was made way too wide. So now that the slope has finally taken shape, basically, the entire slope has already been packed down by the excavator tracks. It's all pretty solid work. But then the boss's neighbor, that sister-in-law, he's worried the slope will collapse. Can't even sleep at night. For this kind of earthwork. This is how I explained it to him. Anyway, I did the best I could. I used the best method I could think of to do this for you. Based on my experience, this embankment is already made very solid. It definitely won't collapse. If, as more time passes, the fish pond has been closed, water erosion can cause slight collapse. But if we are talking about overall sinking, and the whole thing completely collapses, Then I still told him very responsibly, if that situation really happens, I'll redo it for you for free later. Not even counting a minute of your time. Originally, when I just used the bucket to pat down this slope, I could feel the slope. It's honestly as real as it gets. With one slap, it gets stamped right into the dirt. The whole slope barely moves at all anymore. But he still feels a bit worried about it. I can only risk damaging the machine again. To smooth down this slope for him once again. My friends, why did I say that? Because my excavator is sitting right inside this fish pond. I haven't even hit solid ground. Plus, it's raining on top of that. So moving around down here today ... is way riskier than the mud earlier. When everything on top is completely done, he's still saying he's scared it'll collapse. And then I thought about it and kept working below ... basically the bottom half of the slope. ... and rebuilt a slope to brace it. My dear Andy, don't go saying it'll collapse now. I've used up every single trick and idea I could think of. Look, now my excavator can't even climb out on its own. Without another excavator up top to help. ... I have no idea how long I'd be stuck crawling up this slope. I could even get stuck if I'm not careful, okay? Okay, I'm officially crowning this pond the 2 out of 5. This is the deepest mud among all the fish ponds I've ever dug. To give you guys a clearer look at just how deep this pond is, I specially asked the beautiful lady to stand right at the bottom. If you like this, hit that like button and subscribe.